Little bit of movie chat. Raven the movie monster. That's Nancy. Nancy. Why am I always having to mess with my lighting? Wah! Fixing the lighting. Well, trying to fix the lighting. Trying to fix it. Do, 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 do. Let's go. Hey, J-Dub. How you doing today? It happens. Woot, 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 woot. 'Cause I'm kinda bored. Every day, basically bored. Gotta be not a boring person. Jumping on for an impromptu stream. Hello, J-Dub. I was just going to do an impromptu stream about my favorite comfort movies. See, my husband, he bought me this recently, J-Dub. Check this out. It's all 3 Beastmaster movies. I didn't even know there were 3. I had only ever seen the 1. Oh my goodness. What movie are you watching? Sorry, the chat might be slow for me. Hope everybody out there's doing good today. We're doing comfort movies. You can always drop your favorite comfort movie in the chat. An old film noir. Well, I love The Big Sleep. That's an old good one. God, there are so many old good noirs. Yeah, there are. Like The Third Man with Orson Welles. That's a great old film noir. I have a black and white comfort movie here. This one was filmed in black and white. Oh, Sunset Boulevard. Oh, I love that movie. Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's unhinged. Great performance. Yes. Norma Desmond. Great character. Love it. What's the actress's name? Dang, I'm blanking. Blanked out on the actress's name. No, she was a silent film star. Oh my goodness. Obviously, my brain's not working this morning. It's going to come to me out of nowhere, like a lightning strike, if somebody doesn't put it in the comments what the name of the actress is in Sunset Boulevard. If you let me know, that's cool. Gloria Swanson. That's it. You got it. J-Dub got it. There you go. That's it. What a great movie that is. This is my actual favorite movie of all time. Yeah, Gloria Swanson. This is my actual favorite movie of all time. It's Lilies of the Field with Sidney Poitier. I don't know even why. I just love this movie. Brings me great comfort. Rented it with my mom when I was a teenager. She introduced me to a lot of old movies, but that's my favorite comfort movie. I want to say Romira. Hello, Romira. I hope I got your name right. Oh, you've never seen Lilies of the Field? Oh, it's a great old movie. It won Sidney Poitier an Academy Award for Best Actor. It is short, sweet, simple, funny. They filmed it in like 2 weeks out in the desert. The church they built, they actually built the church and filmed it. Oh yeah, I love Sidney. But if you're in here and you want to chat with us, we're just talking comfort movies today. It has not been that great of a day. It was hard getting started this morning. Oh, I was having a really hard time. So I'm in here to talk about the movies that I watch that make me feel better. If you have a movie that makes you feel better, you let me know in the chat. Okay, so one of my really close to second favorite movies ever, this one also reminds me of my mom, is this one. This is Auntie Mame. Rosalind Russell, Auntie Mame. Oh, this is so good. It's filmed like a stage play, and that the director who filmed it actually was a stage director. So he was used to doing theater. And I believe she had done this role on stage over 2,500 times before she made this movie. So, oh yeah, I love that movie too. And by the way, I want to live that movie. So it's okay that you said that you live that movie. I want to live that movie too. Auntie Mame is the bomb. She was cool. She loved everybody. She would never dismiss anybody. She helps everybody. Whoa! The air's coming in the window, blowing my lights around. Stop. Okay. Oh, Comfort Steel Magnolias. Oh, so good. You know what I love about that movie, J-Dub? I love the score. That opening scene and that score that goes with it, there's something so hopeful about the score and yet so almost like melancholic, but it's like hidden under the hopefulness of the score. I love that movie. I love Daryl Hannah and Dolly Parton and Sally Field. Sally Field, unhinged performance. I found out that the scene in the graveyard where she freaks out over the casket, that was a one take. One take. they used the first take. Now, if you go watch that scene back, you're like, whoa, because that was her first try. And I love that scene. There's a lot of scenes in that movie I love. I love Steel Magnolias. That's one of my favorite ones too. I do love that movie. But I probably could say I only picked out 10. I only picked out 11. 11 movies. That's all I picked. Whoa, wind, hey! I don't want to close the window. Yeah, I only picked out 11. I have probably 100. No joke. That's why I own DVDs. The DVDs I own are my comfort movies. That's why I have them. Even my horror movies. I mean, like, I love to sit and watch all them Final Destination movies. Oh, those are good. And every once in a while, I need a little Freddy Krueger. Yep. Not so often I like Jason in Friday the 13th, but, you know, you gotta have a little Jason around, especially if you like horror movies. Got a little Wes Craven, got a little John Carpenter. I do own all the Chucky movies, too. So those are fun. But yes, this is my second favorite. Oh, Across the Universe. My Ragnar loves that movie. Auntie Mame, I think I wanted to be Auntie. I wanted to be like Auntie. You know, non-judgmental, accepting people for who they are, never telling people that they're not worth anything, finding the value of a human being. Love Auntie. Even when she went broke, she was still cool. Now, I've got some different ones here. They're not all old. Well, never mind. They are all old. Never mind. All the movies I have are old. Yes. Yes, J-Dub. That is the movie where she meets the cattle oil guy. Yeah, in the, Bo. Beauregard Jackson Pickett Burnside. And there's like a whole thing about his names after all those Confederate generals. He was an oil cattle. We'll just call him Rich Guy. Yes, she meets the really, really rich guy. Yeah, Beauregard Jackson Pickett Burnside. Named after all these generals from the Civil War. It's a running joke in the play. But Mame, yeah, she falls in love with him. She marries him. Oh, what he got on next? Are you doing Turner Classic Movies? Okay, so what's next for me is my favorite Robin Williams movie. Oh, On the Waterfront. I love On the Waterfront. I love Marlon Brando. Ooh, one of my babies. This one is, okay, so my next comfort movie is my favorite Robin Williams movie. I love The Birdcage. This is my favorite Robin movie. That's the one I watch when I want to see Robin. I love Nathan Lane. I think they're all funny. Oh, you watch a channel like on your TV that's like Turner Movies? A lot of stuff available out there. Like I watch Tubi for free when I can stream, when I can get some internet. And they'll just line up movies. Oh, that's a great movie. Gene Hackman, Diane Wiest. It's an ensemble performance, but Robin is great. And he does the little dance. You do Fosse, Fosse, Fosse. You do Martha Graham, Martha Graham, Martha Graham. You do Twyla, Twyla, Twyla. Or Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd. Or Madonna, Madonna, Madonna. But you keep it all inside. There's so many great lines in that movie. And it's Mike Nichols. Mike Nichols directing. So same director as The Graduate. And I think J-Dub and I talked about The Graduate yesterday. Oh, I love that one. Yeah, it's good. I love Hook. I love Dead Poets Society. I love a lot of Robin movies. But The Birdcage just brings me joy. And I like joy in my comfort movies. If you have a comfort movie, drop it in the chat. All right. So this one I got actually many years ago, and it was a special one. And I miss him. I'm going to do a whole show on this movie. This is The Princess Bride. This perfect movie. I love this movie. I love it. And it came with a special little booklet because it's like a 20th anniversary edition. So there's a booklet. And then when you turn it a bright side up, it goes the other way. I think that Princess Bride is pretty perfect. So I will forever miss Rob Reiner. He was cool. A lot of my favorite movies he directed. As you wish. You hit it. That's the scene we're actually doing. When we do I think it's in 3 weeks, we're doing The Princess Bride. And that's the scene we're actually doing. It'll be fun. We'll talk about Wesley and Buttercup. It was that or the poison scene, although there are about 12 scenes in that movie that I would probably discuss. It's not a film analysis. It's just I love this scene. Am I a predator? What does that mean? Yeah, nobody thinks that. I'm just a movie club. You don't want to talk about movies? You can move on. Yeah, my mod's busy right now, so I took care of it myself. But yeah, if you don't want to talk about movies in this chat, move on. It's okay to say, this is not my thing. We just talk about movies here. You can say whatever you want about movies. Oh, trust me, in the chat, there are so many words that you cannot say. They have to get creative because my block list of words is long. Like really long. This content isn't made for kids, but you're not supposed to be in here shitting on kids either. And no, I'm not going to take my language back. So, next comfort movie. All right, let's go a little bit something different. This is my favorite Simon Pegg movie. You got a favorite Simon Pegg movie? That's right, I'm old school. I like Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead. This is a great movie. Probably one of the better zombie movies ever made. Funny or scary. Oh yeah, great movie. Love this movie. And a lot of times when I'm showing you the little paper, it's because I have the movie in a folder. I've had to live on the road before. And so my DVD collection went into these zippy folders. But I kept all the paperwork because someday I shall have a shelf. And that shelf shall be built in this room. And it shall hold my collection of over 1,000 DVDs. Yeah, that's the dream. Gonna build a shelf. And then I'd have to get some cases back. Over time. I kind of don't mind them all being in folders. I know where they're at. Okay, another comfort movie. Share any comfort movies you got in the chat. Anything you like that makes you feel good. You go back for a rewatch. You can watch it and then watch it again. Although some people can't do that. Sounds like a you problem. Whoops. So next comfort movie for those that love fantasy is Willow. It's Willow. OJ Dub. That's one of those movies. I don't like that movie. I don't know why. I watched it. I watched Shawshank. I know everybody loves that movie. I know they do. And it's not a bad movie. That's not what I'm saying. I don't know what it did to me. But I watched it, and I was like, sad. I don't know. For me, it was really sad, and I had a weird reaction to it. I have only seen it twice, and Shawshank's not my movie. I can't watch it. Oh, I do love Willow, and Val Kilmer was great. But Shawshank, for other people, I understand. A lot of people like The Goonies. I don't like The Goonies. Sorry. It's not a thing about me thinking it's a bad movie. I don't do movie reviews. I don't critique movies. The only movie I'll ever set aside will be The Godfather, and I'll be like, oh, you can't really compare movies to that movie. That movie is perfect. Perfect movie. Can't compare other movie to perfect movie. I know there are a lot of people who love The Goonies. I am a Stand By Me kid. I do love Richard Donner, the director of Goonies. I love Superman, which was the one that I remember Richard Donner for. I know that a lot of people have great memories of watching the Goonies. I do not. Oh, The Saint. That was good too. That was good. Wasn't that the one where he was like, I want to say like a master of disguise? That's what I want to say. And he was in Heat with De Niro and Pacino, which is one of those great films. Love that. It's like The Godfather. Heat is very hard to compare to other movies. I try not to do that. But yeah, for me, whatever somebody's comfort movie is, that's their movie, man. And you know what? I own The Goonies. I just don't watch it. I will watch it if Ragnar wants to watch it. Heat is a great movie. Heat is great. But, like, if somebody wants to watch it with me, I will watch The Goonies. I will. I had a really bad experience in the theater with other kids watching it, and that just kind of ruined it for me. So it's nothing personal against the movie. It's all me, man. It's all me. It's my fault. I'll still watch it, though. I own it. I don't own Shawshank, though. I don't know if I'd ever get any comfort out of that movie. Yeah, here's my next comfort movie to let you know the kind of movie that I like to watch. With the whole World Cup thing going on, I just want you to know I do love Bend It Like Beckham. I remember seeing this movie like back in 2003 on a plane ride. That was the first time I ever saw it. And I was like, wow, what is this? Oh, that's awesome. You watched every game? That's very cool. I like that. But I love me some Bend It Like Beckham. I love Keira Knightley. I love the whole idea behind girls playing football. I don't know. Charming movie. Great soundtrack. And I always appreciate a soundtrack. You know, it's why we loved movies like Breakfast Club, Pump Up the Volume. There's like cool songs in there. Oh, you're a big soccer and football fan. Yeah. It is a good movie. All right, I got a few more here that I can share. Like I said, I shared this at the beginning, but one of my favorite childhood movies and our first episode ever was on The Beastmaster. And Ragnar bought me this 3-movie collection, so it has all 3. I didn't even know there were 3 of them, which is hilarious, considering I think of myself as a film buff, but now I must renegotiate my title down to film buffoon. Oh, the wind! Because I didn't know there were 3 of them. And I'll tell you, watch the second and the third one. And the first one will look like a genius made it. Best movie ever. If you watch the second and the third. Holy. The second one was funny. And I laughed. It was campy. The third one was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, oh my God. Why did they continue with this franchise? What were you thinking, Beastmaster people? The first one is genius if you watch the second and the third. Just saying. But Ragnar got me the set, and I couldn't say no, and I kind of freaked out when I got it. And I watched them all. And the first one's really good, as it has always been since I was 5. First time I ever saw Beastmaster, I was 5. My parents often used television and movies as a babysitter. Yep. I'm Gen X. Used to come on HBO all the time in the 80s, and I watched it so many times. We were living in the same house, J-Dub. I watched it almost every day. My mom would sit me in front of the television and I would watch Dar, the Beastmaster. The gods had put that mark on you. And someday you'll find out why. We were cheesy kids. We were easy to entertain. At least I was. Maybe you weren't. Maybe other people weren't. But I was. And I knew about sitting still. So my dad started taking me to the movie theater when I was like 5, 6, regular. Not kids' movies. Just movies. So at like 7, I saw Commando in the theater. Because my dad was like, "You'll sit still long enough to watch it, right?" "Yeah, Dad. Yeah, I will. I'll sit still. I promise." Dude gets his arm hacked off with a machete. And I'm like, "Dad, what just happened?" "Oh, that's not real. That's makeup and special effects." "Okay, Dad. No problem." Oh, yes. They're called Death Guards. The Death Guards in the Beastmaster movie. Yeah, they're creepy. Or like the Terran people. You know, the big bat-winged people that like turn people into green goo. Those people. Yeah, I'm a big Beastmaster fan. I've been begging Ragnar for the poster. Oh no! At least the wind is blowing. I guess I can't complain. It's been pretty hot. Pretty hot. These last few days have been pretty hot. Didn't cool down at night either. Yeah, I was scared of the bat people too. I was so scared of the bat people. They were terrifying. They ate people, and it was scary. But my favorite scene, even though the scene we did was the staring scene, you know, where the hawk saves, or the eagle saves, I think the eagle's name is Shirok, and saves the little girl from the fire. And as the eagle flies over, everybody kneels. Everybody except Dar. And I just love that scene. I realized watching it back as an adult, I wanted to be Dar. Like when the evil comes for you, stand in defiance. Huh. Yes, Rip Torn is the bad guy in The Beastmaster. Yes. He is also in a movie we're going to be doing coming up in a few weeks. Our second season is going to open with Defending Your Life by Albert Brooks, because this is one of Ragnar's favorite movies. We love Albert Brooks. It made me so sad that Rob Reiner did this documentary about Albert Brooks. And then, dang, he died so bad. And I'm so sad. I didn't know Albert Brooks was one of his best friends from high school. Made me even sadder. Made me sad for Albert. I mean, who doesn't want to be friends with a kid at school named Albert Einstein? Because that's Albert Brooks' real name. I know. I will always love Rob Reiner. Stand By Me, When Harry Met Sally, Misery, The Princess Bride. I own all of them. And then there's my favorite Rob Reiner scene. He always makes me laugh in, what's it called? The First Wives Club? The First Wives Club. He is the doctor that is going to give Goldie Hawn the lip injection, And he tells her if he gives her any more lip filler, your lips will be able to blink. And it's hilarious. Yes, he was in The Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, he did little bit parts. He was an actor's director, Rob Reiner. He was a good guy, I think, and an actor's director. Like Ron Howard. When you act and then you direct, there's an understanding. Anyone who has worked in community theater probably understands this. But when people are actors and then they get behind the camera, they tend to do great things because they understand what the person in front of the camera is going through. And I've always found that fascinating with actor directors. Rob was unique and saw humanity in a way, captured it on film, and just did a great job. Next week, for this week, we're doing Tootsie, but next week, August 13th, is Alfred Hitchcock's birthday. So we're actually going to do Misery, because that was Rob Reiner's homage to Hitchcock. And if you watch it, you'll see those angles, the use of the camera, the way he uses the camera is very much Hitchcockian. And I love Alfred Hitchcock. But Rob's Misery is chef's kiss. It's great. Yeah, I totally agree. The way she does her part, crazy. When she gets mad, it's like when you light a match and then you go to light your wood stove on fire and everything just goes up. She gets mad like the match lighting and then she flames out. It's a great movie. I agree. And the one thing you never want to say if you ever meet Stephen King is, I'm your number one fan. He hates that. That's how I take that. Like, don't say that to him. I'll bet you he's gotten some really creepy mail and some really creepy, I'm your number one fan. Yeah, no, you're not. You crazy town. Go away, crazy town. Before you, and the book, Brill. And the reason we're doing it is because it's Rob, and I miss Rob. This is one of actually my favorite movies ever, but it also ties into the next week because William Goldman and Rob Reiner team up for The Princess Bride, and then 3 years later team up and do Misery. And William Goldman is writing the screenplay for Misery. I think that's one reason it's so genius. William Goldman, All the President's Men, Princess Bride, which he also wrote the book. So we love a good writer. We all know no good movie can ever be made from a crappy screenplay. It's all in the writing. Don't believe me? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Because you know it's true. The movies you think are crap, if you look at them again, it's because they're written badly. Okay, hold on. All right. Now, this is one that when I got DIVORCED from my first husband, I watched this movie about 100 times, and it really helped me out. And I still go back to it for comfort whenever I feel like crap. Now, Ragnar bought me this copy. Bridget Jones. She helped me a lot. The original one, not the sequels, just this one. And my favorite scene, the fight scene. The let's kick each other fight scene at the end. What were they thinking? What were they thinking? Trying to kick each other. Wah! 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 And then the music that plays while they're trying to kick each other's butts. And he like gets thrown through a plate glass window. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. And I want to say, that's how grown men fight. That's why it's ridiculous. It's what they look like when they do it. Stupid. The fact that they're trying to kick each other the way they are, Colin Firth and Hugh Grant are absolutely unhinged. But at the end of that scene, he tells her something effed up, which is, if I can't make it with you, I can't make it with anybody. And that is actually very similar to something I was told by my ex-husband. So yeah, been there, done that. Oh, well, if I can't make it with you, I can't make it with anyone. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Well, screw you. You think that's funny? Oh, and just to the universe, to the person who came in here and said I was a predator, or it was giving white van vibes. Sometimes stuff goes over my head, circles back around, and hits me in the forehead. You will be banned from my channel. The only person who says something like that is somebody who does something like that. I'm going to find it. Oh, there you are. Bye now. No worries, bro. Just don't make sure you get yourself an ice cream truck, okay? Smart ass. It's not that I'm slow. It's that I'm frickin' slow. But yeah, you're out. No movie chat for you. We're only doing movie chats here. If you listen to the other streams, you'd see we only talk about movies. And the poster in the background and the Care Bear in the corner. Yes, that's a real Care Bear. That Care Bear I got in 1983. That was my 5-year birthday present. I turned 5. I got a Care Bear. That's Love-A-Lot. She's real, authentic, and I've had her for, oh, dang. She like 43 years old. She an old bear. Yeah, sorry to get off track. Just pissed me off that I figured out what that person was trying to say. What? Dude. I'm an old lady with a puppet. You still have your G.I. Joes? Yeah! I still watch He-Man cartoons. I still watch old episodes of He-Man, Jem. I watch old episodes of Animaniacs. Oh, well, Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars is kind of awesome. Can I ask you a question, J-Dub? Oh, DuckTales. I have 3 seasons. I wish I had the 4th. I wish I had the last DVD set. I have 3 of them. I'll bring them on next time and show you. I have all 3 DuckTales that were available to buy in the store. The 4th one, Disney gatekept and made it so you had to have Disney points to get DVD. So angry. Okay, cool. Your handle says the truth, J-Dub. Just wondering, are you a witness? Just a question. Not a big deal. I was just wondering. I realized what your handle actually says. No shade. I should have noticed yesterday. Like a J-Dub? Like Kingdom Hall? Christian? That's all I'm asking. Well, the J-Dubs, or Jehovah's Witnesses, often refer to themselves as J-Dubs, and they call their religion the truth. And the reason I know this is because I have family. So I was just wondering. Oh. Okay. Oh no. My mistake. I am so sorry. You didn't even have to tell me your name. You could have just said, no, it's my initials. But thank you. That's cool. I'm sorry. Raised with them. Raised in a lot of red letter. I have a lot of family. Seventh-day Adventists. J-Dubs. My apologies. I know it's just us in here, so I do apologize. It was really just a question. I love people who love the truth. That's always cool. Ragnar has that on in a tattoo. Because we love truth. Okay. I only got one more. I only brought 11. And I know that seems like a lot, but it's not. I could show you my Hobbit movies. I can show you my extendo versions of Lord of the Rings. I've got The Mummy. I've even got some George Carlin. Because, man, do I like to laugh. But I do own some movies that other people like that I don't necessarily go, yay. I'm more like, boo. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's my man. That's my husband. We just did this as fun. There's no pressure. It's literally a corner of our craft room. So, with a poster on the wall. One of my favorite movie posters. Nancy, crushing cars, taking people out. So obviously not 50 foot tall. So obviously about 500 feet tall, but that's because I stare at the poster and I see her in proportion to the building. Yeah, Allison Hayes is the actress that plays the part of Nancy Archer. That's the character in the movie. It's not a very good movie. It's cheese. But the art of the poster is fantastic. I love that old 50s sci-fi art. And this one is in a movie. Specifically, that poster is in Jumping Jack Flash with Whoopi Goldberg. And so that's why it's on my wall. Because I watched that movie as a kid, and she was just one of my favorite characters. I loved Terry. I loved that character in that movie. She was always in Fantasyland. It's almost like a Walter Mitty. She lives in like a fantasy land where she watches movies and she has these fantasies. Hold on, gotta check my lights. Woohoo! Yeah, like the giant ants. If you ever see Svengoolie, he's like on MeTV. Sometimes he's carried on other channels. And Sven shows old horror movies, old sci-fi movies from the 50s. They're always old B movies or things that you would never really watch, but they can be fun to sit around with popcorn and watch with your friends. If you got any. Just me and Ragnar up here, so. Oh, I own Adventures in Babysitting. I own that movie. That is a great movie. I love that movie. Elizabeth Shue. So cute. She's so cute in that. Yeah, okay, cool. Then you've seen Sven. Sven's cool. We love Sven. Sometimes we don't have the power to run our TV at night to watch him. But he's cool. I own like Tarantulas and like Ghost of Frankenstein, and I even own The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Oh gosh, Elizabeth Shue? Yeah, absolutely. She was a bombshell. She was beautiful. She still is. Did you see her in Cobra Kai? She like came in and did like an episode with Ralph Macchio and William Zebka and reprised her role. And it was sweet. She's real pretty. Oh, wow. That's so cool. You went to the mansion where they filmed Mr. Chicken? That's so cool. I've been to the hotel where they filmed Some Like It Hot. The Biltmore Estate in Asheville. That's cool. Is that in Tennessee? That's so rad. I love that. See me using my 80s language. Rad. I love that. Yeah, Ragnar took me to... Oh my God, the name of the hotel just went out of my brain. The hotel that's in Some Like It Hot. Del something? Oh, no. Oh, North Carolina. Asheville, North Carolina. Okay. That's cool. I don't know if I've only been to Virginia and Maryland. That's, I think, as far east as I've ever been. Virginia. That's as far south as I've ever been. east of the Mississippi. Now, west of the Mississippi, I've been pretty far south. No, but I know that it's in Estes Park, and I actually live in that state. So, I just haven't been able to get there. It's been a rough ride. You think this puppet looks rough? Oh my God. You should see Raven's real face. It's rough. That's why she sounds like this. It's been a rough ride. About 10 years. All my stuff, most of my movies are old. They're old because I'm old. I only get 1 or 2 DVDs a month, and they got to be like a collection that costs like $5. So, I don't get much. I do add to it, though. It's my one joy. My one joy. Oh, Boulder? Well, I live in a county that abuts New Mexico. So, I live where the cool people live. I live around the 14ers. You know, the 14,000-foot mountains that people like to come out and climb before they go and do their bigger climbs. I live around a couple of those. Out in the nowhere. Monster of the Mountain. Raven, the movie monster of the mountain. I'm at about 8,700 feet. Even people who live in Colorado don't necessarily live as high up as we do. And I like it here. It's a good place. My pop, he helped get us here. And now he buried in the yard. Like old school pioneering. Not really. You get used to it. Body adjusts. But people do whine and cry when they come to visit. Because it takes them 5 days to get here. Best stopping off in like Denver or Albuquerque. And then coming up kind of slow. And then, spend a day in Albuquerque at 5,500. And then drive up for a day. Go to Taos, which is about 7,000. And then sit there for like 2 days. Let your body adjust. Then you can come up. Because it's painful. Took us 2 weeks to get all the way here. Because we inclined, went up altitude. Just to try to stave off a lot of that sickness and acclimate faster. Yeah. Yep. My pop's buried in the yard. I'm not ashamed of that. Colorado's a cool place. They let me put him in the yard. He's right outside. I can talk to him anytime I want. We own the land. So, it's all paid for. Whole house. Just is a very, very, very small house. With 2 cats in the yard, the life used to be so hard. Sorry. Gotta fix my hair. I feel like it's better when it sticks up. Okay. I promised that last one. And I think this one is all about nostalgia. Oh, that's cool. I watch other streamers. I watch lots of people. Magpie Moonbeam. I will go check it out. Promise. So here's my nostalgia pick. Comfort movies was the topic today. Raven, this movie monster, feeling kind of down. Blast from the Past. Now, I love me some Brendan Fraser. And I love this movie. It's cute. And I always have a joke about this movie whenever I watch it, which is that Carrie married Johnny. And if you don't know the reference, Brendan Fraser's parents are Christopher Walken and Sissy Spacek. Sissy Spacek was the original Carrie, and Christopher Walken played Johnny in The Dead Zone. So those two Stephen King actors got married, got a bunker, and had a baby. And it's just like an inside joke. Ragnar and I tell that little joke because we think it's funny. Yeah, I love Christopher Walken and Sissy Spacek. They're both good. Brendan Fraser, though, he's great. I love the little dance scene that he does where he dances with the two girls. And I remember, like, ska music being real big at the time. There was a band called Cherry Poppin' Daddies. That was the name of it. And they had a lot of music that people like to do. What's it called? Swing dancing. That's what it's called. There was even a movie called Swingers. Swingers. That's what it's called. But it was real big at the time. And it's real prevalent in this movie. And I love Brendan. He was so cute. And that scene where he rollerblades, he's so innocent. Yeah, swing dance. He's so cute. But he was so innocent, rollerblading around. And I always felt bad for him because he was having to witness the world the way it really was. Because he was like, hey, the world is in a storybook. And my dad told me all these great stories. And it's like, yeah. There's homeless people out there, dude. There's like people who are hurting, dude. And it sucks that he has to be like thrown into it. And innocence kind of lost, I guess you could say. Oh, I love Encino Man. I love all of Brendan Fraser's movies mostly. So I'm not like heavy on the drama side, but I own the Mummy collection. We've got that one. I love all those. I love him in Encino Man. There's a movie he was in called Inkheart, and that was a good movie. It had Andy Serkis from The Lord of the Rings, the guy who played Gollum, and then it had Helen Mirren in it. And it's just kind of a sweet movie about a guy who has a special ability called being a silver tongue. So when he reads a book, the characters come to life out of the book. And it is a cool movie. Love it. Love me some Brendan Fraser. I have not seen his Academy Award winning performance. That's not a Raven movie. I'm sorry. I love him. I'm glad he won. I'm happy for him. Really, truly happy for him. I watched the first 15 minutes of The Whale. I turn it off. Sorry. That's the way it works. I don't waste my time with movies like that. I just don't. I need to feel good. Life hard. My life has been hard. I can't waste my time watching really, really, really sad movies about a guy who's gonna die at the end. It's not like they don't tell you, they tell you. Oh, it's like Pan's Labyrinth. What a beautiful movie. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So beautiful. Loved it so much. We'll probably never watch it again. My heart was torn from my chest. I cried like a little baby. Seriously. It was too much. I didn't say it wasn't a beautiful movie and that it wasn't good and that I didn't love it. I did. My heart can't experience that again. You know, it's kind of like, what's one that we had when we were kids that we like traumatized ourselves over and over with and we had to learn the hard way? Like, oh, I don't know, the Artax scene in The Never-Ending Story. Anybody else traumatized by that? Because I was. Oh my God. When he cannot get that horse to move. And how many times have I seen that movie? Yeah, probably 50 times. Oh yeah, The Secret of NIMH. So sad. Seen that one about 50 times. Why did we do that to ourselves? Yeah, as an adult, I try not to re-traumatize myself like that. It's just too sad. I know. Poor old Artax. But at the end, we're supposed to be happy because he's alive and the story continues. So, but we get to go through that traumatizing scene, and I'm not quite sure that that's actually a movie built for children. But in the 80s, there were a lot of them, and our parents let us watch them, and they thought, yeah, that's a good movie for kids. Hey, look, they made a cartoon called The Last Unicorn. Let's let our kids watch that trauma. I don't know who wasn't traumatized by that movie, but yeah, they did look like strong hands. I agree. The Secret of NIMH, The Never-Ending Story, The Last Unicorn, like, oh, Legend? Oh yeah, that was also billed for kids. And that was not a child's movie. But the reason you watch that movie is I don't know that anyone has ever played the devil of darkness like Tim Curry. And that crazy costume. The horns on his head. I hope they were hollow because they look like they weigh 50 pounds each. Yeah, when he steps through the mirror and she passes out, and then he's right above her face when she wakes up, and he cannot be seen in that makeup. Like, you can't see Tim Curry in that makeup. And he is terrifying, especially when you were a kid. Like, now I can watch it and be like, oh, wow, look at the makeup. Look at the sets. Ridley Scott really did something here. This is great. When I was a kid, I was like, ah, what's going on? Oh, my God. Meg Mucklebones? Yeah, that's terrifying. She was terrifying. That was scary. The makeup was great, though. And it's kind of like, you know, of old, they had to do practical effects. There wasn't a whole lot of computer technology. It's like Dragon Slayer, you know, one of the best dragons ever because it was practical. And when that dragon rises up out of the water behind him and we see it for the first time, that thing is scary. At least when you were a little kid in the 80s. And I was a little kid in the 80s. I always call myself analog brain. Because I can't live without my practical effects. I know. All these new movies coming out. New Spider-Man came out. I'm sure the CGI is great in it. I'm sure it's wonderful. I'm sure it's a fabulous movie. They're putting a whole MCU on the back of the Spider-Man franchise. That's how it feels. Poor old Tom Holland. Hopefully he doesn't buckle under the pressure. But I've never seen those movies. I've only seen Age of Ultron and then whatever I watched it once. Just the one time to try to figure out, what was it called? Endgame? I watched that one. Man, I hadn't seen some of them, so I was confused. The one Marvel movie I liked was Doctor Strange, but happens to be one of my favorites because that was the last movie I ever watched with my mom. My mom was a big Doctor Strange and Silver Surfer. Those were her two comic books that she really liked. So the last movie her and I ever watched together, there were actually two. And one of them was Doctor Strange. She liked that character. Oh, Sin City is great. I own that movie too. I haven't seen the sequel. Well, maybe I have. Did we watch that? Trying to think. Maybe we did. But I like the one with Clive Owen. That one's real good. And it's one of those weird Elijah Wood performances, Sin City. A lot of people forget that he's in that movie, which is crazy because he is in that movie. And he's really horrible. So yeah, probably one of those better Elijah Wood performances because it's unexpected. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't really watch new movies either, unless I know that something is gonna really get me. Like a newer movie that I like, made in the last 10 years. I don't know if you can call that new, but Parasite. Really liked that. Thought it deserved its Academy Award. Great flick. Seen it many times. Very good movie. I do like Korean movies. Train to Busan. That was great. Great zombie flick. Watched it with my dad a bunch of times before he passed away. So it was a fun movie for us. We love zombies. I love all zombie movies. I'm really always willing to look at a zombie movie and be like, yeah, I could check that out. I don't care if it's satirical zombies or zombies that are comedic zombies like Shaun of the Dead. I don't really care. If you've made a zombie flick, I might have seen it. Oh yeah, the Train to Busan is intense. That's an intense movie. It's really good though. Very good. What else? Newer movies that I like. Oh, I do like Barbie. Sorry, but I do think that's a decent movie. I think it was well made. I think they thought about what they were doing. I found it highly entertaining, and I thought Ryan Gosling was hilarious. Oh, and he's good in this new one that just came out. I believe we bought a digital copy on Prime because that's the only way we could watch it. But Ragnar and I read the book together, out loud, old school, because we are very much analog brain. But we read it out loud to each other. And Project Hail Mary is a great book. The Martian was good. Artemis was good. I like both of Andy Weir's other books. but Project Hail Mary was really cool. Like, really good book. And the movie, well, they did a great job. If you read the book, see the movie, probably won't be too disappointed. There are things they left out. Of course, that's what always happens. But it was really, really good. It is. It's really good. It's my heart. My heart. My heart. Yeah, I can feel it in my heart. It's so good. I loved it. It was great. Love Ryan Gosling for playing that part. Let's see, what else have I seen that's newer? All right, J-Dub, no problem. Newer. Well, let's see. I like some new horror. There are a few. I actually like the Final Destination movies. Those are good. Bloodlines was unhinged. So good. I like all of them, though. I actually think they got better as they went along. But, you know. And then like all the Quiet Place movies. Those are good. Those are real good. I do like John Krasinski. Me too. Okay. Oops. Kick the thing. Wow, it's way brighter everywhere else in this house, but in this room. Oh no, my lighting. Must readjust my lighting again. Can you stop falling down? All right. Okay. Had to fix myself here. I don't know. Just gonna have Bragnar say something to that person. I think I'll make a statement. Yeah. Bro, I dare you to come in my chat and say that to me again. I might quit for the day. It's been a little over an hour. I just love talking about movies. It's just my favorite thing. If you thought that it was anything else but that, you're a frickin' weirdo. Not everybody has a creeper mind like you. And I'm probably going to find it. In fact, you know what? I am. Those are good choices. You know what? We'll just put them in a timeout. If they ever decide to come back and drop said comment in my chat again, we'll have issues. I think I will be back tomorrow. But this stream will not be made public. So, whatever.